Namaste everyone. Let's start the class with a short prayer. After that, we'll chant the mantras of Vivekachudamani from 61st mantra till 65th mantra, and then we'll see the explanation part. ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा अज्ञानसर्पदष्टस्य ब्रह्मज्ञानौषधं विना किमु वेदैश्च शास्त्रैश्च किमु मन्त्रै किमौषधैः न गच्छति विना पानं व्याधिरौषधशब्दतः विना परोक्षानुभवं ब्रह्मशब्दैर्न मुच्यते अकृत्वा दृश्यविलयम् अज्ञात्वा तत्त्वमात्मनः ब्रह्मशब्दैकुतो मुक्तिः उक्तिमात्रफलैर्नृणाम् अकृत्वा शस्त्रसंहारम् अगत्वाखिलभूश्रियं राजाहमिति शब्दान्नो राजा भवितुमर्हति आप्नोक्तिं खननं ततोपरिशिलाधीः उत्कर्षणं स्वीकृतिं निक्षेपः समपेक्षते न हि बहिः शब्दैस्तु निर्गच्छति तद्वद्ब्रह्मविदोपदोषमननं ध्यानादिभिर्लभ्यते मायाकार्यतिरोहितं स्वममलं तत्त्वं न दुश्चित्तिभिः. Okay, we are done with the chanting part. Now we'll see the explanation of each and every mantra. Now I'll just read the mantra and then we'll see the explanation part. अज्ञानसर्पदुष्टस्य ब्रह्मज्ञानौषधं विना किमु वेदैश्च शास्त्रैश्च किमु मन्त्रै किमौषधैः. Here this mantra says the knowledge of Brahman. What is the knowledge of Brahman? That Brahmagnanam. So the ultimate reality of truth. So that knowledge of Brahman is only the remedy. It is the only one remedy. There is no other remedy is there. For what? For a person who is stuck with ignorance. So it means for ignorant person who don't know what is real and what is unreal, and who don't have that discriminative capacity of what is temporary and what is permanent, for that ignorant person, the only remedy of that person is the knowledge of Brahman, which is the Brahmagnanam, which is the ultimate reality. So for that person, how can Vedas, scriptures, mantras and medicine, how are that useful to that person? Because he's totally stuck with the ignorance. He don't know that, he don't have that discriminative capacity. What is good, what is wrong, what is right, what is bad. So nothing, he don't know anything. He's totally ignorant. So for that kind of person, how can the Vedas or scriptures, mantras, medicine, how can these will be helpful? The only remedy of that person is for that person is the ultimate knowledge of Brahman, which is the ultimate truth, which is the ultimate reality. That's what this mantra means. We'll move to the next mantra. नगच्छति विना पानं व्याधिरौषधशब्दतः विना परोक्षानुभवं ब्रह्मशब्दैर्च मुच्यते. So this mantra says that disease, the person who is suffering from that ignorance, who don't have that discriminative capacity, for that kind of ignorance person, that disease, the disease of ignorance, it can't be cured only by repeating the name of the medicine without taking it. Right? For example, let's say a person is suffering from some disease. For example, let's say malaria. Okay, how can that malaria will be cured without taking the medicine? The person has to follow what doctor says, right? So he has to take that medicine, and in a course of time, 3 times a day or 2 times a day, he has to follow that particular instructions which has been instructed by the doctor. Otherwise, simply by repeating the name of that medicine, just by repeating the name of the medicine without taking it, can the disease be cured? No, right? So the person has to follow the instructions, he has to take the medicine. Then only the disease will be cured. So similarly, without knowing the realization, what is the realization? Knowing the ultimate truth. So without knowing the reality, no person can be liberated by just uttering the word Brahman. If a person just say, I want Brahman, I want to know Brahman, I want the knowledge of reality, if he just repeat the sentence multiple times, will he get that knowledge? No, right? He has to know the fact. What is that fact? All this Jagat is Mithya, only Brahma is Satyam. All the entire Jagat is Mithya. He has to know that fact. Only then he can go follow his guru's words with Prasada Buddhi, and he should follow that Karma Yoga attitude. Ultimately, he will attain the complete liberation. Without following any of these things, if he just utter the word, I want Brahman, I want to know the knowledge of reality, if he just repeat this sentence multiple times, he can't gain knowledge. That's what this mantra means. We'll move to the next mantra. अकृत्वा दृश्यविलयम् अज्ञात्वा तत्त्वमात्मनः ब्रह्मशब्दै कृतै मुक्तिः उक्तिमात्रा फलैर्नृणाम्. So here this mantra says, the person who is ignorant, who don't have that discriminative capacity, he is totally dissolving with illusions. His mind is totally stuck up with the perceptions, illusions. So without dissolving that illusions and without realizing what is the truth of the self, how can anyone can achieve the complete liberation? When the complete liberation can be achieved, first he has to know the ultimate truth, and he has to dissolve all his ignorance. First his mind should be cured. First his mind should be calm, and he should remove all his negative energy, any perceptions or illusions, everything he has to remove. No one can come and remove his illusions, right? They will just give the suggestions. Even guru also, he will just guide him what has to be followed and what to do and what not to be done. So these things he will guide. He can't come and remove his illusions, right? So the person himself has to remove all these perceptions and negative energy and all. By when it can be done? By proper Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. Shravanam means by hearing the Shastra, Shastra Vakya and Guru Vakya. He has to hear and he has to analyze what is right and what is wrong. He has to analyze, and then he has to implement in his day-to-day life, and he should follow that Karma Yoga attitude. Then ultimately he will attain the complete liberation. So without following any of these, without removing any perceptions, without realizing the truth, so one cannot be attained the complete liberation by just repeating the word, I want moksha, I want moksha. If he just repeat the word, it can't be attained. It is just his waste of time and effort. That's what this mantra means. We'll move to the next mantra. Akritva shastro samharam अज्ञात्वा खिलभूश्रियं राजाहमिति शब्दान्नो राजा भवितुमर्हति. Here this mantra says, For example, let's say any person, there is some battle is going on, and between two kings and kingdoms for winning a kingdom. And when the kingdom can be ruled, so first the two parties have to participate in the battle, and any one party should be able to win. Only then that the king can be ruled over the kingdom. So he has to defeat the enemies first. He has to eliminate that enemies. Only then he can rule the kingdom. So, like similarly, uh, that person cannot become an emperor only by just repeating the word "I am the emperor of that kingdom." If he just repeat the word saying like "I am the emperor of kingdom ABC," so if he just repeat the word multiple times, will he become a king? No, right? He has to defeat the other party, that enemies. He has to defeat all the entire kingdom. Only then he can rule over the kingdom. Only then he will become an emperor. Without participating in that battle, if he just sitting in his home, and if he just repeat the word "I am the emperor, I am the emperor," he can never become an emperor. That's what this mantra means. Now we are in the last mantra of today's class. Aptoktim khananam ऋषिलादिः उत्कर्षणं स्वीकृतिं निक्षेपः समपेक्षते न हि बहिः शब्दैस्तु निर्गच्छति तद्विद् ब्रह्मविदोपदेशमननं ध्यानाधिकिल लभ्यते मायाकार्यति रोहितं स्वममलं तत्त्वं न दुक्तिभिः. So here this mantra says, the hidden treasure, the treasure which is hidden under the earth, it can be found only when we know the exact location. Earth is not a one small area, 5 centimeters or 6 centimeters, right? If it is just 5 to 6 centimeters, anyone can dig the earth and he can find the treasure. But the treasure which is under the earth is vast, right? So until unless he know the exact location of that treasure, the top layer which is covered with stones and the earth, that cannot be removed only by calling its name. If I just utter the word "I want treasure, I want treasure," I cannot able to find treasure because it is hidden under the earth. First I should know the exact location of that treasure. Only then I can able to find the treasure. So similarly, the truth of the self, which is hidden with the Maya. Maya means illusions. All are illusions and perceptions and its adverse effects. So the truth of self, which is hidden by Maya and its adverse effects, can be attained only with the guidance of knower of Brahman. Who is the knower of Brahman? Which is our Guru. So only with his guidance, with that Guru's guidance, we can able to overcome all these illusions and adverse effects. And after hearing his words, after following his instructions, we have to analyze it. After Shravanam, we need to do Mananam and Nididhyasanam, right? Only then we can able to attain Brahman. If not only by just hearing Guru Vakya, can we able to get moksha? No, right? First we have to analyze it. Okay, what he has said. Okay, this is good, this is bad, and this is the ultimate truth, and this is the temporary, and that is permanent. That analyzation capacity one should able to attain. After that, we need to implement it in our day-to-day life. So, and we should follow in a karma yoga attitude. Only then we can able to attain that self knowledge, which is the Brahmagnana. So this is what this mantra means. So that's it for today, and in the next class we will see the next 5 mantras. Thank you all for joining. I'll close it with a closing prayer. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ